Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. My name is Jeff. I think the rain's done for a few days at least. Yeah, we had rain, probably several inches over the past few days, and it is now done today. But it's like 58 degrees and really windy today. Temperatures dropping down into the upper 30s tonight. Yeah. One thing I did, I had to move the Buick so I could get my little Honda Pioneer out. But yeah, let me go show you this. I had the Buick parked behind my side-by-side here because I went to Aldi and had a back seat full of groceries, and I had to unload them, and I don't want to unload them in a big old puddle. So yeah, nice trip to Aldi. They got a bunch of stuff that's cheaper and better than what we got here at Walmart in Boonville. So I like, stocking up on butter, pasta sauce, all kinds of stuff. So that was a good trip. But so I pulled it further up here so I didn't have to unload in a big old puddle. And speaking of this puddle, if a guy had a skid steer, he could take care of this. So that is something I definitely want to do. Yep. So, the guy with a skid steer can kind of steer the water. I can build up this part and I can shave some off there. And I've just got a stream. I should have recorded while it was raining, but it was raining. So I've got a stream that goes through here by to the side of the house. And I want to put a lean-to on the side of the house. But before I do that lean-to, I want to, level it out and steer the water away from underneath the lean-to. We have some nights that are get down into the 30s and 40s. We might have another freezing temperature stretch overnight coming up. So today I am adding some supplemental heat into the baby chick hoop coop brooders. What do you want, Bob? What do you want, Bob? Meow? You gotta meow, Bob. They haven't heard you meow yet. Bob. Mission accomplished. I got the extra heat put into both of the brooders. So they've got the heat plates, and then they've also got the heat lamps. Got to be careful with those heat lamps. If they fall, they can start a fire. If the bulb blows up, it can start a fire. So they're still come in handy though. It doesn't happen all the time, but I prefer using them out here instead of inside of a shed or a building that can burn down. So, those will be great supplemental heat for the next week or so when we'll be dropping down into the 30s and 40s overnight. I still have Jen and Wiley's barred rocks out here in the metal shed, and some supplemental heat. They'll probably be okay in the shed, but give them some supplemental heat and just make sure. So yeah, they're doing well. I've got a little story. Hi there, everybody. Yep. Had some pasty butt to deal with when I brought them home from the store, and then I got the 15 barred rocks, and I got 7 cinnamon queens. Well, I kind of loaned out 4 of the cinnamon queens to the next door neighbor. They had a hen go broody, and sat on eggs and only hatched one chick. So she was a mama hen with only one chick. So I'm like, well, those cinnamon queens were just extras. I didn't have any big plans for them or anything. So I offered 4 of them to put under her. So we did that. We waited till, the later at night you wait, the more asleep they are. So I think we waited till like after 10 p.m. and took 4 baby chicks over there, snuck them under the mama hen, and now her mama hen has 5 baby chicks running around. I got to get some video of that. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. It's too windy and it rained this morning, but yeah. So yeah, their first time with a mama hen and baby chicks, which is, if you're into chickens, you got to experience that at least once. Oh, it is just adorable seeing little baby chicks running around and the mama scratching and showing where all the food is, and the wind comes and they run under mama to get warm, and yeah, mother hen and her baby chicks is just so cute. Grumpy, what are you doing, Grumpy? I'm just goofing around, staying away from Fifi. Uh-oh, see? Fifi likes pouncing. Fifi does like pouncing. Grumpy does not like pouncing. So Grumpy does not hang out with Fifi a whole lot. It's kind of cold, isn't it? Meow. Meow. Grumpy. Grumpy. Meow. You gonna talk to me? Meow. Meow. We got a stare down going on. Oh, up, Bob? I'm standing out here at the end of my driveway. Bob is rolling around in the dirt. And, well, let's just take a look around. In this area, I planted tulips and crocus. And I see some purple. I'll get a close-up of that in a minute. But just showing you where Mary and Rachel and my neighbors next door also helped me planting some bulbs out here. Yeah, the neighbors helped me plant bulbs and I shared bulbs with them. So yeah, they got some daffodils coming up. Nice patch of them. Yep. And yeah, right in there along my driveway, tulips and crocus. Looks like the crocus is starting. The tulips are not blooming, but they have sprouted. And then over here, I've also planted a bunch of tulips. You can see they're sprouting. It'll be, I don't know, maybe another week or so before I start getting some tulip flowers. And then I did a batch of daffodils right over here along between the well, on the side of the lane and coming up to my driveway. Yep, they're all blooming. Very nice. Give it just a few short years and that whole patch will just be full of them, because they replicate pretty quick. They can add, you know, if they're healthy and you know, the right soil drainage and fertilizer, you know, they'll go from 1 bulb to 4 bulbs the next year and then just keep doing that. So that will all get filled in as the years progress, and it'll just be a cool little sign of spring. I've also got some more planted down there, but we're gonna have to walk down there to see them. Now I'm out here a little bit further down the lane. That batch of daffodils, and then over here in front of these trees I planted some of the Muscari and crocus and striped squill. Yeah, and it's blooming, but the flowers are smaller than I thought they'd be. I've never done Muscari or crocus before, so I am learning. But let's look at the Muscari. That's a nice little patch of something. I don't remember what it is, but I'll know when it blooms. Here is the Muscari. You can see the little purple flowers, and I got a whole row of them across there. Not all of them are popping up. Maybe like a dozen are blooming right now. And I'm hoping over the years this will all fill in, so I'll have a nice little blanket of purple in this area. And then the crocus are over here. I put them a little closer together. Those are some nice purple. So all of my purple, pink, blue, all that stuff I put out here. But yep, these are tiny little crocus. I'm thinking maybe they'll get bigger in future years, but we'll find out one way or the other. All right, now we're further down. That is the property corner of my original property, and then that over there is my new property. But so as you come over this hill now, I've got a nice little patch of daffodils down here. Oh yeah. Yep, and that'll fill in the future, and you know, just spreading some flowers around. They'll grow and then I can spread them and just keep adding to it a little bit every year. But I do enjoy spring colors and flowers, and daffodils are just the easiest thing to grow. Stick them in the ground before Thanksgiving. You might be able to get away with it before Christmas, but in this area, get them in the ground before Thanksgiving and you will be rewarded either late February or early March. Easy to grow. The skid steer is fixed. Yep. Go check out Working with Wiley. Link down below. Working with Wiley. He took it down to Waldron to a mutual friend's shop where he could work on it while it was raining. And he got the rollers and the cylinder switched out. So thank you, Working with Wiley. Should have a video coming out on his work on this any day now. It might already be out today. I haven't been in a few hours. But yes, that's the end of this video. Just some, updates after all the rain. Baby chicks are doing well. They are prepared for cold nights with a extra heat lamp. Daffodils and Muscari and Crocus are blooming. Yep. Tulips are sprouting. And yeah, it's almost officially spring. We still got a ways. I think the last average freeze date is like April 10th, somewhere around there. So, and we might very well have a freezing night coming up in the next, I think it's Sunday night or Monday night, maybe both. But yeah, some more freezing temperatures are on the way. So it's, for you gardeners out there, if you've got plant starts, bring them inside. But yeah, I've got a ways till last average freeze date, and I got plenty to do. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to go work on the skid steer a little bit and not film it because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I think I'm going to put the stump bucket on it, start going down the fence lines where I want the fences, and start popping out the stumps that have started regrowing. Because when they went down there, the forestry mulcher took them down to the ground. But, a lot of trees will grow back, oaks and hardwood, stuff like that. And so they've already started to grow back. And that tells me exactly where that stump is. So I'm gonna do that tonight and not film anything. And because it's kind of muddy. I don't know how long it'll last. We'll see. I have seen, you think with all these tracks and stuff, you ain't getting stuck. I've seen a bulldozer get stuck in the mud in my front yard. That happened over in Havana. Bulldozer man got his bulldozer stuck. Had to go next door and get his other bulldozer to pull it out. But I do not want to get a skid steer stuck in this yard over here. So I'll play it by ear. We'll just see how muddy it is. But, yep, all right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. And take it easy. Lazy cats being lazy. Yeah, it got a little chilly last night, so those are heating pads underneath the cat beds. Grumpy's on the right, Fifi's on the left. Lazy cats being lazy.